a lot of VORPing just straight away from them. That's going to be amazing. I want to see Mixwell on that AWP. Here it is. OpTic Gaming versus Cloud9. CT side for OpTic. And Cloud9, as you said, a lot of utility, which is an interesting facet of their T-pistol here. Now, how are they going to opt to use it? So far, it's very slow, just trying to see if OpTic are going to do something crazy. And OpTic, they've got all Kevlar's, James. They want to fight.
Yep. Everyone looking for violence. Stanis Law, the only man with a P2000. Definitely the rarer pistol on the stock CT side. Cloud9, again, are just waiting for aggression. 3 people stacked up very closely towards lower tunnel. There comes the flash in case there's a short push from the CT. Very common on the pistol round of Dust 2. And again, Rush in the middle area. Did a very good job yesterday. Double flashbangs coming in. So they've got a very deliberate idea with their utility, looking to deny information with those flashes. Clearing the short position, but what is their play?
Yeah, this is really cool. I would love to see a kind of wall of smoke just to kind of guarantee that bomb plant. And as you say, they have so many options from Catwalk. It's very, very confusing for OpTic to understand as to what they want to do. I mean, throwing that one smoke there for, well, it would usually suggest they want to go for a B split. And here they are actually walking out. They find Rush. Stewie with the first frag. And now it's going to be Mixwell. He's going to spot everyone coming. He's only got one man to help him. That's Stanislaw. What can Mixwell do? Absolutely nothing there. One pop from Stanislaw, but that surely is not good enough. 2 versus 4 here in this afterplant for OpTic to try to deal with.
We see Skadoodle ready for the rotation position inside the door. Not sure if Nafly's seen him either, but Tarek didn't need any warning to get the headshot. The retakes coming in, automatics in the tunnel, 2 players on the side. They've got a crossfire as well. You can see Stewie there. He can bait now. He's been seen, so he can bait. Hopefully Tarek goes through the door and then he'll get shot from the back. There we go. Stereo headshots for Cloud9. Off to a great start on Dust 2.
Yeah, that's beautiful to see. And one of the cool things as well is that Cloud9 are a team that like to be aggressive and they like to take charge of the situation. And this is going to allow them to have so many options to do that because OpTic's economy is always going to be a little bit flimsy, a bit fragile to begin with, and they can do pretty much anything they want. And Cloud9 is a team that has also shown us some good understanding of how to play disciplined anti-eco rounds, anti-force buys. So they should, in theory, be able to get off to a really solid start here. The only thing that's dangerous is if you do mess around with OpTic. If you do give them a chance to shoot that scout, you've got players like Tarek, you've got players like Mixwell. You can lose some heads very quickly.
Just a technical pause. Stewie has to adjust his microphone, and the countdown is about to conclude. So we see the buy from Cloud9. We've got the 1 SMG, loads of utility on the T side. OpTic going for the force buy while keeping money in for the AWP. That's off to a good start. The scout piercing the face of Skadoodle.
That's what I was talking about, man. You've got to be really careful against OpTic. You have to give them the respect. And here comes the aggression into Lower Dark. Shroud is waiting for, will they be able to get the kills here? Yes, nothing able to defend. Very well indeed. And that's going to be a nice advantage on the men now. But that said, Tarek with another scout headshot coming in towards the long position. Now Cloud9 are sort of committed to go towards B at this point. They do have a lot of time, but all the players are there. And Nafly's just creeping in the tunnels there with a deagle. He could be absolutely instrumental in being able to take this one for his team. There is Stanislaw with a P250, picks up one. Naf a little bit too slow on the flank, but still possible. Needs to get a fast frag, but he can't do it. Stewie turns around and takes him out, and that's going to be 2 rounds for Cloud9.
Good damage done by the OpTic Gaming side on their force buy round, so that does allow them to potentially break Cloud9 a bit earlier on. That is gross. What a shot there. And he did pick off Automatic as well. Automatic was very early in towards the long position. Oh, man. That's dirty. And that's a good sign for OpTic as well. Again, he's a very early round, but if they come in for those double warps later on, then Tarek's definitely on point, and it's rarer when Mixwell isn't. So, possible good things ahead for OpTic. For now, it's the anti-eco round for Cloud9. 3 players on short for the CTs. The MAC-10 will be clearing out the B bomb site. Then we've got Automatic picked up here. Nice.
Automatic's playing bowling right now, James, just knocking them all down. They're lining up for him. Lovely stuff for Cloud9. They need this to be super clean too, and that's exactly what they're going to get. And a couple of frags in there with, or actually just 1 frag with the MAC-10, so making some bank. And now what do we have for OpTic? Obviously, they went for the force buy previously, so that means that they can get an AWP onto Mixwell because he did save enough cash, but he won't be able to really get any utility with it. So a bit bare bones here for OpTic's utility, and there's no kits, which could be very problematic.
Also, Cloud9 know the force buy was in place, so Stewie will continue with the MAC-10. He knows there are unlikely to be many, if any, helmets on the CT side, and indeed there are none. So his MAC-10 might be somewhat of a minigun in this round. We'll find out how it works out. He's leading the charge in the lower tunnel in case of any pushes. He will be the first one to engage. There's a flash. That flash is always for any CTs in a short position. Very good to hide behind that smoke that the T's put on short. You often see Device doing that, for example. But here we have Mixwell in a more passive position.
Just keeping it very relaxed for the time being, our Cloud9, as they try to work out how to get this first entry frag. Stewie is going to show a bit of leg there to Naf.
Nice.
Very nice angle, actually, from Naf. And I don't think Stewie's ever going to expect to see a player there in that position. And he's very weak now, and they're going to just push the issue anyway. Into the B-bomb site for the split they go. Then you have one person, that's Skadoodle with the orb, in the tunnels. Tarek comes out from the doors. Oh my god, that is a beautiful play from Tarek. He's on point at the moment. And for Cloud9, they still have the player advantage, but the bomb is under Tarek. This is a very strange spot.
The bomb completely exposed at the moment. I didn't realize Tarek's right there. He saw Skadoodle. His barrel was showing, so I didn't realize that I don't think they realized Tarek is so close. How do they get the bomb back? They've got one flashbang onto Skadoodle. That needs to be the greatest flashbang of all time. They've got a smoke, but they won't know how to smoke CT from B, I'm pretty sure. Stewie's made his way through. Pretty good smoke there. And indeed, Mixwell getting picked off. The bomb's been collected, and Tarek goes down as well. 3 versus 1 for Rush, making it easier before the bomb goes down, though. He's still got a chance.
Yeah, he does. They've run out of utility at this point as well. He used all of it to get the bomb. Oh, the tag through the door. Nice stuff there from Skadoodle. That's going to make life a little bit easier. Rush has to be so incredibly on point here, but misses his first couple bullets, and you can't get away with that. Stewie picks up the kill. Round 4 on the board now for OpTic. Moving into round 5, it should be an easier affair. They're going to be up against just a few pistols on this half-buy for OpTic.
OpTic heading towards maximum loss bonus. They will get $3,400 should they lose this round, which means they have some money to spend. They can buy some pistols, some grenades. See the Deagles and 5.7s coming out. Very dangerous weapons. So we've often seen fast long plays from T's on anti-ecos, and we've seen exactly the same from Cloud9. There's a nice flash there. Stewie's completely blind, and down he goes. Nothing might not be able to protect this weapon from being picked up. So early issues for Cloud9.
Yeah, are they going to decide to cut their losses here? Nothing still. See if he can get something out of this, but he will back away safely. And indeed, the losses will be cut, and they'll just concede that. There's a rifle there in the hands now of the OpTic side. But their OpTic, they realize that they still have to make the moves here. And they're going to go for the upper dark play to get something out of this. And here it is. Shroud just waiting. Full spray comes in. Only gets one, but at the same time, nothing was able to pick one up and open things up towards A. And the tapping is coming in. Nice stuff from Automatic. Tarek in from the back, though. In a 1 versus 2 all of a sudden.
Yeah, he can still do this. Makes his way through the flames. Has to inspect the gun, of course, but he's looking the wrong way. They're behind him. And they're not on the ramp yet, but Automatic will clean things up. Not an easy round from Cloud9. But they still have that clean sheet. They've got lots of money in the bank on most of their players. Stewie currently with $11,500. So OpTic now with the big money, the big buy. Tarek's picking up the AWP, as is Mixwell. We saw what Tarek could do with the scout. So this is quite scary territory for Cloud9.
Yeah, that round did not feel easy at all. And even though they're 5-0, OpTic are really putting in some solid punches at the moment. It's going to be cool to see how they play with this double up indeed. And are Cloud9 looking to go for a bit of a delayed long take here? You see that they are set up with a few players there.
Oh man, Mixwell and Nafly both with 0 kills at the moment.
Here comes the long take. Cloud9 tossing in all the grenades. A delayed long take, not often you see it like this, and maybe that's why Rush with an amazing defense by himself. I mean, that he did have some flashes from a teammate, but 2 kills is a very strong result. And you can see that the bomb is now committed towards long. The round is all but over for Cloud9 unless they can somehow retake this position.
Skadoodle missing the first shot. How does he not get traded in this position? There he goes as well. Not a single kill for Cloud9. That's a very important thing for OpTic. If they survive with everybody intact, again, it's an uphill struggle for them here, to say the least. One round isn't great. They need to get maybe 3 in a row to get their money in the right place. So if they can survive with everyone alive, that's going to be spectacular for OpTic, and indeed they do. 3 kills for Rush, showing himself to be really good on Dust 2, be it long or the middle area.
Yeah, as you said, surviving with everyone is such an important factor there for them, and that could be the thing that kind of springboards them back into this one. Or it could also be a Cloud9 with a good choice on a round. And there's a lot that Cloud9 haven't experimented with yet. We've seen a lot of contact plays from them. Haven't seen anything really in the way of set pieces just yet. So it'll be interesting to see when they decide to mix those things in. But that said, they probably have some good knowledge of how to play against OpTic or how it best works for them. So we'll just have to leave it in their hands in that sense. And Mixwell going a bit aggressive with the AWP should be good. Oh, nice flash there from Cloud9 to stop Mixwell.
Yeah, they've been very consistent with those flashbangs. But again, if you look at, there was an old game with Astralis versus G2, that was something that Device managed to abuse. He knew the flashbang always came before the players, and he would just stand there facing the wall with the AWP. But Cloud9 very sharp on the timing there, emerging immediately after the flashbang. Maybe there wouldn't be time to adjust for any would-be AWPers. Mixwell still holding down the short position, but from a more passive route. Minute 10 as Cloud9 look to take long. Nafly's there on his lonesome now. No one is anywhere near to offer him some pop flashes, so he'll have to do it on his own.
And Naf is in a lot of trouble. Gets one kill out of this though, and now his teammates are going to flash for him. Good flash, but still Naf's going to go down. You can see Rush will come in now, but Mixwell as well. He's the last man standing for this defense, and he is standing strong. Great stuff from Mixwell. Now it's just nothing in a 1 versus 3. He's got the B-bomb site, but that's because the rotation came in. Tarek, he sniffs it out, and that's going to be it. 2 rounds now for OpTic.
And they've broken the money for Cloud9 already. Again, there were many rounds where Cloud9 won with only 2 players, 1 player alive, and it's cost them. Now they've got no cash. But this is great from Mixwell. Look at the baiting here from Automatic. Did his best. Great movement, but Mixwell was not taking the baits. Again, Widley said that he doesn't like being a primary AWPer, but I think he was lying there. Because he is very, very good. Very good, very consistent, and very reliable at that exact job.
Well, we're going to see a quick Xbox smoke there from Cloud9 just to deny some vision and allow themselves to get onto Catwalk easily, potentially, or also just make life a little bit more obscure for OpTic Gaming. And Tareki's going to see quite a lot here, quite a lot of action. There's one. They're going to start lining up like dominoes right now. Tarek's knocking them all down, but one missed shot is all it takes, and they're starting to close the distance. There comes the reinforcements, though. And Tarek will clean up the rest. 3-5, OpTic back into this one now, but Cloud9, they have enough to buy with.
4 to 5k on all these players. There'll be money for grenades, but not for snipers. Automatic had 4850, so there was a bit of delay there. A question perhaps, do I drop an AWP and run around with no armor? And the answer was no. This is not going to be an easy round for Cloud9 versus the prowess of Mixwell and Tarek. Both players on fire with the snipers at the moment. Now they've finally made it onto the scoreboard. Mixwell back to his position on short. 4 people outside long at present for Cloud9, but they're looking for aggression towards mid.
Mixwell's going aggressive himself. Nice again with the flashbangs. They are perfect. So good at stopping Mixwell from getting these picks. You have to respect this play out of Cloud9, and they're going to push forwards, go from strength to strength here. Absolutely dominating Catwalk into the A-bomb site. Rush gets himself a one-on-one. There's no trade. Perhaps a little bit sloppy there right at the end of this push. And Rush, it looks so good for Cloud9 until Rush.
Yeah, despite the double ops, it seems that Rush is the problem at the moment. We're going for a spray transfer. The Flames to finish off nothing. He will indeed be the ribs for today. Cloud9 still in the lead, but they've lost 4 rounds in a row. Now it's their turn to go towards maximum loss bonus. They'll have a big buy in the next round, but for this one they have $3,000 to $3,500. So again, it's going to be the odd pistol here and there. No pause coming out for either side just yet. Again, there was a technical pause earlier, but Cloud9 winning. Well, OpTic lost 5 rounds in a row. Now it seems Cloud9 might do the same, but it seems they're fine for the time being. Shroud playing with fire, and he will indeed get burned.
And it's a tough thing for Cloud9 too, because they know they're going to realize they put themselves in a very, very strong position in that previous round with how they played it, and they did it so well up to that point, but then just not having the correct coordination to be able to trade, moving into the A side afterwards, was what really, I mean, it's a simple and small mistake, but it cost them dearly, and they're going to realize that. So hopefully we'll see them bouncing back a little bit here, because OpTic, they could really, really start to be quite impressive with the amount of rounds that they're going to rack up. I mean, this is clean so far. Cloud9 unable to really get that much done. I mean, it's very hard on this map. It's very, it's easier on this map than some to keep the T's at arm's length.
Cloud9, they've shown a lot of improvement in the small detail like flashbangs and so on the T side. And it reminds me of when Mousesports played them at E-League actually, so maybe they learned something from there, but it doesn't seem that they have much in the name of eco strategy. Just running into the Tarek meat grinder there. Tarek on 16 kills. At the moment, he's got more than double the kills of Rush, but again, Rush has had huge impact frags holding down the long area and short. But indeed, Tarek is he's looking extremely sharp.
Oh my god.
In the early hours.
What did he have for breakfast? I want to know. That is, I mean, he is, it's not off, Tarek is always, we always know he's very good, but it's always about a consistency thing with him. Sometimes he shows up and sometimes you don't see much of him. This is a very interesting play. We've got the old NOA stack here. You don't see that too often these days. Very punishable, but Skadoodle's going to open things up for the Cloud9 side regardless. Oh, that nade was money! Solid damage done to Stewie and Shroud. And Rush has a close position. He can hear all the movement, if there is to be any, around this area. So Cloud9 should really be able, or rather they should try to get rid of him if they can.
Automatic's keeping an eye on long in case there's any push coming in. Based on that sound, that fly is being entertained by a smoke for the time being. No, Stanislaw alone towards A. So again, Rush, sometimes he's long, sometimes he's ramp, sometimes he's in middle area, but not really in a position to help his teammates just yet. Or is he? Nothing creeping through the door. And Rush will deny him and immediately rotate towards the A-bomb site.
I love this position from Stanislaw. This angle is not going to be checked. Fast frag for him. The silencer could work out, but Skadoodle spots it. And now it's Rush against a big push of players. Automatic, able to make the lurk work there towards mid. And Rush finds himself with help. He's got Naf. Where's the trade though? Naf's trying to work around the smoke, seeing what he can get done. Finds Skadoodle, and Shroud in his face, and Shroud's going to win the battle. And that's going to be the 6-5 now.
Yeah, but look at the money. OpTic are going to have a better buy than Cloud9, despite losing that round. Cloud9 only surviving with 2 players. Money's going to be tight. So again, there's opportunity, but this time for OpTic to reset their opponents. See if they can get sweet revenge. You see the Galil coming out into nothing. They just lost too many players. And there's an AK on the floor for Shroud though. So he'll collect that. Good grenades on Cloud9. Lots of opportunity ahead for them, and Skadoodle continues with the AWP. Automatics deploying a smoke for the Xbox. Again, OpTic starting with 3 towards long, and now Nafly and Mixwell will move back, leaving Rush there alone.
And once again, we see a catwalk movement here from Cloud9. It's a good place to set up. You can obviously get into the B and A splits pretty easily once you have this position, but if you see no resistance there from the CTs, you kind of feel like, okay, they've got quite a significant long presence, or at least one player on long. And Rush is actually very pushed on long as well. If he finds a good timing to go aggressive, that could be really interesting as to what he might be able to do from that. Mixwell, though, he's going to be alone on the site. He's got a big challenge ahead. A couple players coming his way. Flashbangs come in, and there is Mixwell. Oh no, misses the first shot. I think he would have been able to get away had he hit that, but no. It's going to be a bomb site for the Cloud9 side.
Rush was top mid, was in danger of being picked off by Automatic, but he's moved back towards the long area, and they need to retain long. They don't have control of much else. And Rush is isolated from his teammates now, unless Automatic goes down. There he goes. Still time for OpTic to retake this. Everybody's got defuse kits. Skadoodle very forward towards the short position. He'll concentrate on that for the time being, but he's in trouble as well. He's low health, leg spotted. He's surely going to burn into the flames. Won't be required. Stanislaw. Oh, he runs out of bullets! That was brutal! 2 left. Nafly almost on the site. Can they do this? The bomb's planted for short as well. It's not going to be easy. More Molotovs coming in. And there goes Nafly. Can Rush do it? One more to find. Stewie just hiding. He's got massive advantages here. And there's no time to defuse the bomb, surely. He's got a kill, but he has not got the round. Cloud9 continue.
Wow, Cloud9, by the skin of their teeth, able to pick that one up. Madness. Madness. And Cloud9, they could have a pretty good situation like here forwards right now, because if they're able to just win one more round, they can get that 10-5, because OpTic's economy is going to be very broken. But this one round is going to be quite tough. Did I just see?
Yes.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Yes, you did. Triple AWP.
Oh my god.
This is disgusting.
This never works.
It works in Oceania. And it might just work here as well. Double peak coming out. Stanislaw on the low ground, Skadoodle on the high. Nothing. We'll swap out the UMP. That's a good decision. And there we go. We'll see if Cloud9 can bring this back. An early pick-off against 3 orbs. Life is not good in this round if you are Cloud9.
Yeah, what do you do in this position? I mean, they might not realize how many orbs there are on the field at the moment, but if there's a lot of orbs on the field, you want to run a set piece, use the smoke grenades and flashbangs, because it allows you to gain so much ground against the AWPers. And will Cloud9 be able to figure that out, though? That's really the question. We do see a similar movement from them onto Catwalk, but this time Mixwell lies in wait. It's not often you're going to see him miss this shot. The flashbang is a requisite to push that position, and once again, Cloud9 perfect on all these angles and how they flash them. I'm really impressed by that.
Yeah, this is showing some great improvement. Doing what was done to them just a few weeks ago. So Mixwell's moved towards long in support of his teammate Rush. So seems like someone abandoned the A site. He still has his angles though towards the car to work with. Nafly is around the CT spawn area, so he's got the low grounds. In case there is a push or a drop into the ramp. But there might be a smoke down there now. First player spotted, but he doesn't get a shot off before the flash comes in. So it's abandoned ship back to the long area, but he's isolated. Automatic on the low ground takes him by surprise.
Yeah, that's perfect for Cloud9, able to get Mixwell caught off guard in that way. And now retaking with multiple AWPs. That is slightly awkward to say the least. Cloud9 have a good presence here on the catwalk area, but Stewie's going to miss his shot. It's a hard one to hit. Shroud is actually the forward man now. And once the fire goes away, in comes the CT. Shroud with the first one. Actually, no, it's nothing with the first one. Shroud has help, but Naf gets them both. That's a big problem right now. Automatic Stewie, last man standing. It's all on Stewie. He's already picked up one. He's got 9 points of health. There's almost no time left. Oh, picks Scanslaw out of the sky. And it's just one player left. Naf, does he even have time to do it? He picks up the kill. I don't think he's got time for this. It's so close, but no. A round for Cloud9.
Denied. The lead extends for Cloud9. Nafly with 4 kills there, but it wasn't enough. Last 2 rounds of the first half. The money is broken for OpTic Gaming in this particular one. They'll be forced onto the eco. 3, 2, 1, and away we go. So let's see what the anti-eco is like for Cloud9. Again, commonly we've seen T-sides charging straight into long. I don't think Cloud9 really had a spawn to do that on this occasion, so they will avoid that completely. Stewie's going to be lurking there in the meantime, and they might just be walking into the B bomb site. So far, not so good. Tarek with 2 kills. What is going on here?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to get that first, kind of those tapping, the tapping of the AKs going there for Cloud9. It's really cost them. They need to get the bomb down quickly, and the CTs are coming in fast, but they don't have any utility. Well, it's a flashbang, but good luck with that. This should be fine. This should be absolutely fine here for Cloud9. In comes OpTic Gaming. Skadul picks up both. Just Rush. He's thrown, cast aside there. No entry for him. 9-5, and indeed Cloud9 racing to the 10-5 scoreline. This has been an incredibly close matchup, though. So many of these rounds have just been, I mean, on the A bomb site, so close.
The bling on that cap. Respects. The good thing for Cloud9 in this situation, after the turret goes down, those guns cannot be retrieved by OpTic. They're too deep into what's now Cloud9 territory. Last round, we have no more AWPs on the OpTic side, and they're up against Skadoodles, moving into the suicide position. 3 players towards long again for the initial take from the CT side, then they'll back off and leave Rush on his lonesome. Mixwell just deploying the smoke for his teammate. Slow start from Cloud9, and again we haven't seen that that notorious CT aggression, those B pushes from OpTic that we saw against Astralis.
It's very passive right now, and indeed maybe there's just a little bit, they've been playing it a bit shy. Maybe they want Cloud9 to make the plays and just capitalize, and that has in some cases been working, but Cloud9 just a little bit more clutch here today so far. And with no AWPs here for OpTic, that is a very different playstyle as well for them. And playing so passively, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Cloud9 looking to go again for their catwalk control, and they are set up quite well for an A split. But at the same time, OpTic have a beautiful setup. Naf in the goose position where we see right now, that's the money position here.
Who's going to start moving forward first? Often you'll find the long push comes in a bit late, but not on this occasion. The trade comes in from automatic. That's a problem now. And a short push will emerge from the smoke. Down goes Mixwell. Nafly now is the money man in a good position. 2-man spray down, can't find the third. And that's an open A bomb site.
Yeah, Mixwell just caught out in no man's land there because he didn't know how to position, and it really hurt them. But still, there's a chance for recovery. We've got Tarek moving in now from long. Oh, nice pick off there, jumping onto the barrel with a lot of grace there. Finds the shot. Oh my god. Execution start from Stanislaw. Well, that was that was a very fast one. So it looks like OpTic will be able to grab the last round of the first half to bring it to 6-9. That's a very workable score, especially moving in to the T side. I think they're going to be okay with this.
That keyboard looks awesome, by the way. Shout outs to white keycaps. Looks nice. Yeah, there's opportunity for both teams in the second half. The pistol could give Cloud9 a great lead, or it could bring OpTic back to level heading. Everybody's picked up on the scoreboard now. It was a late start for some of those OpTic gaming players.
But not Tarek. He's done 19 kills.
Tarek's on 19 kills, indeed he is. Now they have the freedom of the T side. Technical pause from Stewie2K. Perhaps it's a microphone issue as well. We don't have the helicopter headsets for the players because we have the booths instead, which is a lot more comfortable for the players. No headsets around their necks and so on. So hopefully this won't take too long.
This is a really scary situation now because with OpTic having Tarek playing so well, it's actually quite interesting because, as you said, usually Mixwell's the guy that does turn up, but he's only got 4 kills. We've seen a lot of spots where it seems like he's just a little bit off today. For example, in the last bomb site defense, they lost. I think it was Rush at long, and Mixwell kind of just ran straight into the open, trying to find a position, but he kind of misjudged how much time he needed to get to a good position, and it's just very awkward. Gets caught out, and that left Naf alone on the bomb site to try to clean everyone up. And they still managed to be able to win the round because Naf got that double from Goose. But yeah, it does seem like Mixwell's a little bit off, but Tarek is not. So OpTic will be very thankful for that.
Okay, so have you found Anaheim so far?
There's a lot of shopping to be done, James. I mean, it's after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. We've been shopping a bit.
Raiding the malls.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually bought another bow tie today, but what I did was somehow I bought the same bow tie as yesterday. I don't know how I did that, but there we go. Such is life.
Can I have it?
No.
All right. I tried. Maybe you can give it to someone in the crowd.
Why would I do that?
Oh, maybe you don't need it. Do you need it?
I do. It's got a different pattern on it. It's got the curvy thing on the middle. So it's like the same, the same sheet, but
I think it's crap, James.
Wow. Always like a good suka on the stream. Shout outs to you.
It's impossible to avoid.
Do you favour a team for this match at 6-9? Bearing in mind the pistol will either give. Let's assume OpTic win the pistol, right? It goes 9-9. Do you have a favourite?
I'm actually feeling Cloud9 a bit more at the moment because we're not seeing Mixwell turn up just yet. And, we've seen some good stuff out of Rush and Naf, consistent play. But you don't look to them for the massive performances. You don't look to them for the kind of game-winning performances necessarily, even though, of course, we saw amazing stuff out of Naf at the E-League Finals that allowed them to beat Astralis in that best-of-3 there. But yeah, so I'm definitely thinking Cloud9 are going to be able to take this one. They've got the lead right now, and generally speaking, we've seen some good performances. They're a great team that can for throwing in aggression on the CT side as well, so I think they're going to feel very comfortable from this position. How about you? Where do you stand?
I think that Cloud9 are likely to get up to their normal CT aggression. I really think, I expected OpTic would have more difficulty doing that against Astralis than they did.
Miracle.
And I do wonder if that kind of made them reluctant to do it against Cloud9, but I think Cloud9 will have little issue in going straight in back for that. So I'm expecting Cloud9 aggression, and I would slightly favour Cloud9 even if OpTic win the pistol.
And speaking of where you stand, James, you stand when you commentate.
I normally stand when I commentate. Yeah, I'm sitting down right now, but I like to stand because if you sit, especially in gaming chairs, if you sit while you're commentating, it squeezes your diaphragm, and then you can't really use your voice as well as you could. Ah, finally!
Look at that, James. It's gorgeous.
Look, that is the trophy for this season of ECS, and it is glorious. It almost looks edible at the top.
I was thinking it looks a bit dangerous.
Yeah, make sure you get some pictures of that. You can go up to the middle of the stage and sneak a peek. That is gangster as hell.
But yeah, if you see James at an event standing to cast, a lot of people don't realise how huge you are.
Yeah. Yeah, because we try and balance the chairs so Dan doesn't look so small compared to me. But I'm just massive, so.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? I've messed up my, it's gone down.
So regarding Cloud9 for you, what are your favourite parts of their play at the moment? Because obviously you threw a lot of criticism onto Skadil and his AWPing style. And it's kind of reminiscent of Fox, actually, who's now standing in for SK at this tournament, kind of lacking that variance to your play to kind of keep people guessing.
Yeah, I mean, it's things that I think some of his teammates have said as well, and that, he's always going to do the same thing and be in the same place, basically. And that's, from what we saw on their T side, especially with the way they use flashbangs around a short position, that's what, again, I keep saying it all the time, but that's what Mousesports did to them at E-League, and it seems they've learned from that, and they're flashing every one of those spots, especially against those dangerous AWPing teams, such as OpTic, where almost anyone can pick up the AWP. But the problem is, if people know what you're going to do, then it limits how effective you can be. So you have to surprise them.
And it's actually, I think that E-League match, actually, you kind of said, you threw it to Mousesports and gave him a bit of credit, saying Cloud9 probably learned a lot from it, because that is obviously what we see Mousesports be so good at on Dust 2. And interestingly, maybe they got a lot of inspiration from Chris J as well, because Chris J, when he's on, he's probably the best AWPer on Dust 2 in the world. And when he's on, and seeing the kind of aggressions that he makes, and obviously what he did to Cloud9, they probably like, Scoodle, you should probably watch this guy's demos. Yeah,
when it comes to playing for picks, he is quite the beast. The unpause has finally come in, so it's time for pistol round number 2. OpTic, it's on them to get back into this game and tie up the score, and the pistol would be a great way to start that again. Skadoodle is the utility man on the pistol round, 2 flashes and the defuse kit, and we've got Stanislava, Molly, and a smoke grenade on the T side.
A lot to be done here for OpTic to get themselves back into this one. And looks like they're going with the matchmaking special. Rush B, no stop. We've got Stewie there. By the barrels, gets nothing. Automatic though. Awkward angle to work with, but still finds himself a kill. That slows things down a little bit, as well as nothing on the flank, but there's still lots of headshots to be found here by Cloud9.
Skadoodle around the door, trying to get his way back into the site. They're all fighting. Rush the first one to go down. Now 5 angles, but there's automatic. No one's covering the high ground. Everybody's there all of a sudden. Stanislaw on his own behind the smoke, and he's going to get taken down unceremoniously. 4-man retake for Cloud9. All good in the hood. Yeah,
that was scary after Stewie was just kind of whiffing the first few shots there. That's usually the GG in those positions. Working your way back in is so hard. That is scary. That's very, very scary for OpTic. They're going to be in a position where they're down 4 rounds. They're not. It's not too bad though. So they're probably going to save and
that guy needs friends. Get that guy some friends
in the next round. Ooh, they're actually going to go for a bit of a surprise buy here, James. They're not going to do the classic save and then get the AKs in. They want to pressure Cloud9 straight away.
Yeah, they don't want to have half the score of Cloud9 going into the buy rounds. And we've seen what Tarek can do with a scout, but this time it's Stanislaw. Tarek's going to have the AK. Stewie going for a forward play in the middle area. But OpTic is still huddled around T-spawn for now, looking for safety in numbers. Stewie's made his way to top mid though. Will he get the information fast enough? Will we see a rotation from Cloud9? They've only got 1 person on the B bomb site at the moment.
Nicely timed smoke from Cloud9. Oh, that's going to help. Automatic with just some random spray there through the smoke. It's going to catch a NAF. Now, we got the wow, Cloud9 going all the way in right now, Jason. This is full aggression. And this is really interesting because, again, they're expecting probably the Glocks.
This really could go either way. Stewie, will he see his face at the back? Oh, man. The wipeout is real. Because Cloud9 were all over the place, but they were all in singular positions. So if OpTic were a bit faster, then they would have had a numbers advantage. And now it's Tarek with 9 HP, about to give up an AK. Looking for a knife in the smoke, but he will get taken down unceremoniously. So the 4th buy haven't won. OpTic went for the gamble. The gamble did not pay off. On a side note, production, please talk to me on Talkback. I'm lonely.
I'm here, James. And you know what's interesting is that I think OpTic, they perhaps from a stylistic perspective expect Cloud9 to actually rush middles against Glocks, which is very commonly done. So if you have a force buy like that, then you're going to crush that aggression. But Cloud9 still found a way to be aggressive, and they still crushed around anyway. So OpTic gaming with an intelligent gamble actually in that case, but this is looking like a very terrible start. This push has to do something. Oh my God, James! Oh my God,
nice.
Stewie. I mean, we love a good eco spray down.
Yeah, and so do the crowd. They love the garden hose. Nice. Right then, that fly. With the Glock, the flashbangs coming in. Scooter will get flashed as well. They need to sort out the coordination there with those flashbangs. I mean, yes, it's an anti-eco, but when those buy rounds come in and your teammate's on the ramp and he needs those flashes from your players, you better make sure that he's not getting flashed at the same time. Spray down.
I like that camera shot, Stewie. We get to see his wonderful hair. Beautiful.
The garden hose, the garden hose. Everybody's getting sprayed.
So, here we go. We've got the AWP out onto Skadoodle. We'll have to see whether or not that's going to be a salvation for Cloud9. Just bring them all the way over the line. The dominance showing. OpTic finds salvation. This aggression is just so unruly there for Cloud9. And that was never expected by OpTic. Completely caught off guard. Rush has to make a play. Comes and gets a frag though, and Skadoodle, he's going to miss his shot. However, he does get himself out of dodge, and Rush has actually created some space here, an opening onto the bomb site. This is not lost just yet after all, despite that crazy push from Cloud9. The bomb's going to go down, and it's going to be a long plant here, planted by Stanislaw. This could still work out quite well here for OpTic somehow.
OpTic, no control of the short position at the moment, no AWP. Stanislaw's going to have a lot to do because he is completely separated from Rush. We could see some flashbangs on the ramp as well. Skadoodle coming in from the ramp actually, looking towards long. And he's going to get taken down by Rush. Crossfire not required. And now they play the clock. Shroud could get taken down by a jumping AK actually. He's only got a few points of health. Where is the bomb? Where is the player? Oh, he's surely not safe there. Spot Stanislaw, but can he find the frag? No! Round on the board for OpTic. Maybe they are not out of this map just yet.
Yeah, that was a great punish actually from the OpTic side. Obviously, you lose a bunch of players in upper dark to 3 CTs that are pushing. And what does that tell you? It tells you that they're going to be much weaker on A. So if you have an instant rotation, you can capitalize on them having no numbers there. And Rush, when he got that first entry from Catwalk, he just knows. He knows that was the only guy on A. We have a free bomb site now. So very, very smart for OpTic to be able to adapt very, very quickly there. And now, you know, it's getting pretty interesting from a money perspective. Both teams running out of cash.
Worth noting, Mixwell moved very quickly through Suicide onto position where he can see short. If you're in T-spawn with a sniper rifle, you can't see CTs going for a cat push, so you have to, if you want to see that, you need to get somebody through Suicide. Saw some funky frags there from Alu yesterday. 5-round lead for Cloud9, both teams on the bye. Skadoodle though with the superior sniper rifle. He's over towards A as per usual. Stewie playing very close to the smoke around B. Will there be a push from the counter-terrorist side? You can see Stanislaw and Rush in the usual angles. Often the T's will hold around that pillar to hide most of their body. If there's any pushes, helps them avoid flashbangs as well. They can boost behind the smoke. Something we used to see Titan do with Existence.
Yeah, I love this. It's very creative. This time it's not going to do anything though for OpTic, but they are running out of time at this point, and they're still looking to be able to get an edge into this round with a kill. And you can see nothing actually. He's going to hear a lot of action, but that turns his attention. Oh wow, nothing. Somehow with the last bullet of the spray finds the headshot, and that is a great advantage. That's going to force the hand of OpTic now. They've got to go into A. They've got to get something done.
Flames all over the place. That's a lovely flashbang for Shroud, but he just can't get the kill. He's ringing bells, but that's not enough. Skadoodle with a nice angle onto Tarek. Off angle, wasn't expecting that one, but he's got 3 more players to find. Shroud looking for headshots once again, but he'll be the recipient. Nothing, taking the bomb down on Rush. 4 versus 2. There are 12 seconds. The bomb has to go down. They've got to commit to this.
Yeah, Skadoodle's just waiting now for his teammates to come in. He wants to play this incredibly safely, not throw away an advantage. Stanislaw, very smart angle. He realizes what's going on. Skadoodle's edging though, he's edging. Boom, there it is. Orb comes into play, and that's going to be that.
13 rounds on the board for Cloud9, and the money for OpTic absolutely sucks.
Bomb plant was pretty important. It's going to help them out significantly. That was crazy.
That's mad. He didn't know anything about that kill.
Yeah.
6 rounds for Cloud9. They've got a lovely cushion to sit on while they try to close out the first map. They look good for 14 rounds. The uphill struggle looks likely for OpTic Gaming. Again, some pistols being bought. 1 smoke, 1 flash on the T side. We'll see how far they can get with it. See if their eco rounds have more purpose than Cloud9's on the T side. That is a good start. Nafly taking Stewie down towards B. That's got a forced rotation from OpTic, and Skadoodle moving towards CT spawn. With the AWP, maybe the numbers game could overwhelm him.
Just taking it slowly though. Obviously the smoke before automatic does make life a little bit difficult. They don't want anything to do with it, and they're going to find another avenue of attack. Skadoodle once again edging towards the double doors, but he's not going to find anyone just yet. Doesn't catch any movement either, although I think someone just crossed, and he will get the tag onto Rush. And perhaps he can give a good warning here to Automatic. There is movement towards tunnels. Automatic's going to be very careful. He is playing the B-bomb side alone at the moment. Skadoodle able to hold down the double doors, and I love this here from Automatic. He kind of realizes what's going on, takes a position where he can give up the site, and then fall back and away safely, not get overwhelmed, takes the bomber down, goes aggressive anyway. 3 versus 3 here.
It's getting awkward now. Can the bomb go down fast enough? Skadoodle taken down. Almost collateral damage there. Shroud's not prepared for this angle. Taken completely by surprise. That was not safe territory. Draws his gun far too late, leaving nothing alone in a crossfire. We've already got players emerging. He's focusing on Nafly. Nafly's around the corner. He comes back. Great play by Nafly. Great play by Nothing as well, but it wasn't enough. They had lost too many players. That should have been an easy round for Cloud9.
Yeah, that should have been theirs in the bag. That makes this a little bit weird now because their money was not very good in the first place. This was supposed to be the round that builds them the cash, but they have none really to speak of in this round. So it's kind of a weird situation. Do they go for the single save? I think that they might do that. We do have actually a scout onto Stewie, so Stewie, can he get something done with it? Stewie is just quite a menace. He's going for the pot shots in the middle. It's not going to help him out though just yet. He himself will get tagged, and now he can't be quite as aggressive. OpTic in good shape in this round. Taking some map control there towards Catwalk. Very simple stuff. Just does two things.
Just some notes for the newer players to Counter-Strike and what Nothing was doing towards the end of that round. He was getting shot from the guy on the bomb site, but he was still focusing because he knows... Oh, we'll come back to that actually, because Nothing has managed to get himself an AK. Hello, now we've got problems for OpTic. This is a great opportunity for them to get back into the game. They've got a 5-round deficit. They cannot afford to lose this round.
They have to be able to clutch this. They've got to clutch this somehow. What is happening? Automatic finds one in the smoke. Stanislaw comes into play though in a big way. Rush goes down to Automatic. A one-on-one now all of a sudden. Automatic has no Kevlar. He's got no utility. Stanislaw though, he's got very little health himself.
This is all about position. Automatic has no Kevlar. So the purely position will win this one. It's a good start. Just put the bomb is down at his feet, but he will stand his ground. OpTic Gaming they stole a round, but Cloud9 stole one right back again. And that's something, these are rounds OpTic can't afford to lose. Cloud9 are 2 rounds away from the first game now.
Yeah, that's daylight robbery, and here it is. You can see that there was no, I don't think there was a pop flash there for that position as you normally see. And that allowed a very easy frag there for Nothing. That's crazy. That is crazy. Automatic there on the camera, looking pretty focused. Scout on Tarek, he did disgusting things with that in the first half. But as you said, James, this is almost last chance saloon for OpTic Gaming in this first map actually of this best of 3, if you are just joining us.
Tarek, Scout, and no Kevlar. Slow start to the rounds.
I like Cloud9's setup as well. It's very conservative. They don't have as much mid presence, but they have a better ability to defend A rushes. And if there is a B split, it's not quite as bad because they're not like against a full rifle setup. So I love how this round is tailored to deal with what's coming. And once again, the player on Goose, which is Shroud, he's going to be very pivotal in helping his team secure the advantage when the rush comes in. He's actually moving away from Goose though, but here comes the push, I think.
Yeah, they're trying to ruin the timing of OpTic, trying to take them by surprise, but not reveal his position if he can avoid it. Molly slowing them down. I think he's looking to try and get a pick on people on the corner of the smoke to the left-hand side. The spray is there though, but he can back off, and now they'll know nothing about it. Skadoodle was the first pick. He will be the distraction. He can hold a passive angle, but Shroud, he's charging forwards on the low ground. Skadoodle will get taken down, but Shroud's putting a huge work here, so it's Nothing. And that flies left alone versus 3. Had a big performance at the E-League finals and needs a big one now if he is to keep Cloud9 away from game point. Nothing, just holding an angle with an AWP as well. Surely he is at the advantage.
Yeah, this is possible. It's an AWP in Naf's hands. He just needs to hit the one bullet. If he finds the right timing, it can work out. But he's speaking of timing, he's running out of time, and he's run out of health as well. Stewie finds the kill. 15-8. Despite the scoreline, this has been a very competitive map of Dust 2. There's been so many close spots in this Dust 2 game. Just one more, and it's against Tech9s, couple of Eagles, bit of utility. What could go wrong?
They've got a lot of utility considering it's a force buy. The question is, do they have the strategy to back it up for a Tech9 play, essentially a fast play through smokes, around smokes. Anarchy and Bedlam need to be their best friends in this situation. There's a pop flash through the smoke, but again, they don't really have the prowess of the Molotovs on, the flashbangs on the Cloud9 side. So far, so good for Cloud9.
Yes, Skadoodle did well there to pick up that first frag. The flash timing was not quite picture perfect, but Rush is going to dive in, and Shroud's waiting for it. He knows what's up. Nice 180 from Shroud. Picks himself up the triple, and easy finish there for Stewie. 16-8. Cloud9 are going to take the first map. Big scoreline for them, but it was definitely a very hard-fought game.
Indeed, it was. Great start from Cloud9 to 5-0. OpTic straight back to the 5-5. OpTic only managed to get 2 rounds on their T half there, so very strong stuff. With a 9-6 half, lots of potential for both teams, but it didn't work out for OpTic in the end. So that is a very difficult start for them, and surprising because plays like Tarek was so sharp with those scouts and those AWPs.
Yeah, the start that he got off to, I was just incredibly impressed. I don't recall in recent memory seeing him start off a game like that, just so strong straight out the gate. 19 kills on the first half, despite them only having 6 rounds. Absolutely crazy, but still, Mixwell didn't show up in a lot of spots, and it did really seem to hurt the team overall. I think, Rush and Nav put in kind of consistent good performances doing their jobs, but they missed some of the star power, and obviously we saw great clutches from the Cloud9 side, and Cloud9 they won just those really important rounds, which came down to the last few seconds each time. That just gave them the economic advantage as well. So again, super close game despite the score, and moving into Overpass, that's exciting. I think both teams very well suited to that map. It's going to be good.
Thoughts of the desk after the break.